us might not own a car, but yet want to give our coveted parking spot to what we like to ride on best. But that doesn't mean you can't have a car at your disposal when you want to. Just choose the price and you can have what you want at your doorstep. All you need to do is make your peace with the fact that it might be a slightly rainy day when you choose to get out, but then life doesn't stop. So for 900 rupees an hour, including fuel, I can jump to a Mercedes C-Class for as long as I want. Services like Miles, Zoom Car, Eco have sprung up across cities to cater to what is becoming a culture that hit us a bit late. Instead of running you through the cars on offer and their price range, which we know you'll get on their efficient websites, we much rather introduce you to Kapil Thukral. An ex-Microsoft employee currently working on his own startup, Kapil does not own a car but chooses to hire one of his fancy whenever he feels the need. Kapil, hi, how are you?
I'm good, man.
All right, good. I'll just join in.
Okay.
Right. You don't actually own a car, right?
Yeah.
But you choose to get a self-drive car as and when you need to drive around the
Yes.
city as well. So how's that been working for you?
For the past 3 years, I've been using the service, and I've driven a variety of cars, right from a Nano. I've even driven a Mercedes C-Class, and I know that in a shorter period of time, I can't buy that one. But I've lived that experience, maybe for a shorter period, but I've lived that experience. Even for a point-to-point time, or even for a shorter time, I choose self-drive because it is cheaper than owning a vehicle.
Well, some great perspective there from somebody who's a self-drive user. The weather has opened up, thankfully, as has another service. Okay, now this is the next self-drive car that we're going to feature. The Ferrari 458 Italia. You wish. Rather, I wish. No way. This has not hit the self-drive market yet, but we were fortunate enough to find it while waiting for one of the self-drive customers. While this beauty may never be available for official hire, the reason we find ourselves around it is to meet rally driver Gaurav Gill, who also makes the profile of self-drive car hirers even more interesting as he arrives to return the Audi Q7 he hired from Eco Cars. Hey, Gaurav. Gaurav Gill, huh? Who would have thought? You brought this Audi back in quite spick and span condition, huh?
Yeah,
no dirt roads, no twists and turns for you with
no
this
real
one,
off-roading, no real off-roading.
So how was this experience? You're actually a customer of Eco self-drive, and
yeah, it's a great initiative, and it's amazing for people like us, who are all car lovers, automotive lovers. If this is a great opportunity for us to drive cars that we don't own, and for people who want to drive cars that they cannot own, or for a particular outing or a family holiday that I can take this car and go on a nice holiday to the mountains, with my family and lots of luggage. Yeah. So it's a great opportunity.
Now we go on our drive. So why are car rental companies just giving out cars to people to drive all of a sudden, you ask? Well, it's quite simple actually. With a back-end team working hard on securing an advance sum of security money ranging from 5,000 rupees to 8 lakh rupees depending on the model of the car, as well as all proper verification and registration, the chances of someone running away with the car are unlikely. Well, for a concept we're going to shed light on next, this would actually be perfect. But if you owned it, frankly, you won't be using the service. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, we don't mean we could go on and on about that Daimler Chrysler limo we saw, but the ride-sharing service from BlaBlaCars.
Hi, I'm Rahul. My wife and I use BlaBlaCar to share our city-to-city car journeys with co-travelers. If you are a
Present in 19 countries globally, it very simply connects you with people driving to a destination where you are also looking to go. It then comes up with a fee you can pay the person whose car you're sharing at the end of the trip.
Oh. And while you wait for your ride to come, it's also a good chance to check out some veggies, you know. Oh. And I'm coordinating with him on a very, very old handset. Yeah, you here? I'm next to a vegetable cart, man. All right, cool. Hello. I see. All right, great. So I guess I'm going to be with you and we're going to go and ride share all the way to a CNB shoot, yeah?
I met Himanshu and Sakshi, who picked me up while I was looking at options for the next day's vegan omelette.
This is your space, right? And to share it with somebody else, you might want to really know them, or you might, I don't know, but there can be trust issues. There can be, this is your space. So just tell me a bit about what makes you want to share this with people on a 2-hour drive, on a 1-hour drive. I mean, how does this work for you?
So I think one thing that worked really well for me is the kind of information I can see about the other person on BlaBlaCar, where the person works, his picture, how many friends he has on Facebook, what other people have written about this particular person. That really helps. And the fact that I can have a conversation and I can talk to him and address all my questions to the person directly.
I guess one of the perks of ride sharing also is that when you're stuck on a toll plaza, you have someone to talk to, right? And split the cost. Yeah. But I'm not splitting this with you. I mean, it's just 28 rupees. I'm not splitting it with you. I'll buy you something cold later. Now, once we cross this barrier, we're actually ride sharing to meet Siddharth, and you'll actually get to see a CNB shoot in progress. So, you know, when we get there, he's a great guy. He's a lot of fun. And actually, his verdict on something like this will be very interesting to hear. Hey Siddharth.
Hi there.
So I have shared a ride with Himanshu, brought him here to see a CNB shoot that is just packed up because of obviously some hiccups on the way. But I want to give you the front seat and you can share the ride back with us.
All right.
How do you sort of look at this? I mean, in the sense that it is hitchhiking in a very polite business term, but I mean...
Hitchhikers who pay, right?
Yeah, hitchhikers who pay.
That's a good switch.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is that the logic of doing something like this is so sound. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? You've got to really wonder why it's taken so long for it to get formalized like this, because really there's all kinds of savings. It's not just about the money saved for the individuals, it's also good on the environment, you know, lesser sort of cars on the road. So all of those things add up. Yes, in India, safety will be the primary concern. It is just, you know, a reflection of the times we live in. So if there is a way to sort of foolproof that, which I don't believe there is, then I think this could be something that literally would catch on like wildfire. But that's the big stumbling block for me.
Even the idea of self-drive, now, you know, to hire a car and sort of, you know, say, hey, I want a car for 6 hours, I don't want to drive, I want that headache, I just want to get out and drive myself. So self-drive also has its pros and cons, right?
Well, you know, the thing is with self-drive, it gives you obviously a lot more freedom. In the past, most of the rental agencies were not tuned towards self-drive, and which is why the self-drive option was also more expensive. Yeah. I think now that's changing because the demand is changing too, and so obviously more and more people want to do this. It's not just about how much more convenient it becomes. A lot of people obviously don't want to then, you know, buy a car and use it sparingly, and rather just hire one when they need it. And you can also then drive out of town. I mean, you're not sort of reliant on having to book a cab for that or get a train ticket or whatever it may be. So all of those things are obviously the big advantages. I think the only disadvantage is that these services need to obviously catch on more. You need to have more flexible products, and it needs to get more and more affordable.
So gone are the days where you only window shop for your dream car. Self-drive is an interesting option as it saves you the hassle of owning and maintaining, but the joy of driving remains.